Welcome back. Today I'm going to listen to another song by Band-Maid, and I've worked my way through their catalog in chronological order all the way up to 2018's album World Domination. Is that hidden behind my microphone? Sorry. World Domination. And we've done the first few tracks off of that album, and they were just really impressive. The last song I listened to was Clang, and it blew me away. On the Spotify playlist that I keep their songs ranked in order of how much I like them, I have moved Clang up temporarily to number 1. I think it belongs up there with Moratorium, Puzzle, Take Me Higher, and some of those others. And I was about to move on to the next track on the album when I found there's a live video on YouTube that looks professionally made, and I listened to the first few seconds and the sound seems all right too. The description doesn't say what year it's from, but it says it was at Zepp Tokyo. So I'm going to watch that video and hopefully we'll like it. When I started this again just now, the audio didn't register quite as high on my little levels indicator here in my recording software that I thought it was, so I'm going to try to boost it in editing. I've turned up my separate headphone volume. It wasn't as low as the official music video for Domination, which inexplicably was really quiet. But anyway, let's listen to this version of Clang live. That little tapping part that Konami does just there is, I think, the same as the part that's at the very beginning of the intro, which I think I said in my last video that part reminded me a little bit. The sound of it reminded me of some of their earliest albums. The way that this song opened was not my favorite, but everything other than that I love about this song. I also liked a few seconds ago where Miku was just really getting into her part on the rhythm guitar. She seems to have studied video of guitar players in rock history and studied their poses and their stances and the way that they hold the guitar and the way that they move when they play, and looks like she's really worked hard to try to emulate that, which I appreciate, and it looks like she's having a really good time. Back up a few seconds and let's keep going. Sorry, I'm going to back up a few seconds just to catch a little glimpse of something I thought I saw. I don't know what this look was about, but during the whoa-oh-oh part, I noticed really briefly, and I managed to find it using frame by frame, Misa was looking across, I think at Akane, but I'm not sure. And it doesn't look quite like it in this, this still frame here, but in the video, it looked like she was looking askance, like somebody had messed up over there. I found that pretty interesting. And I also noticed we got a little bit of Konami doing background vocals here, which I always enjoy seeing because I know that most of these parts on the guitar, she plays without even thinking about it. It's second nature to her at this point, and so she has plenty of time to sing backup when they need her to. Although weirdly in this frame, it looks like her eyes are pointing in two slightly different directions, but that's probably just an artifact of the way that video is recorded. Let's keep going. I'm glad I paused on Konami's hand here, and sorry to pause again so soon, but I was noticing throughout that entire little section, which I guess is the bridge, Konami playing a really nice little part in the background that I didn't notice in the studio track. If it was there, I might have been focusing on something else at the time, or it might be slightly more separated in this audio, but it sounded pretty cool. Back up. Oh, the still frame really doesn't capture it here, but Miku is swinging her head and those pigtails are just flying here. I had to back up and see that part again right after this frame. Wow, that song has a really epic feel to it, and I get the sense that they kind of felt that too as they were playing it. You can see the expressions that they're, kind of getting that sense that they're involved in something special. Some of the looks that they traded with each other, how much fun Miku was having, how hard Konami was working to get that just right, and of course Misa and Akane, I don't think were shown as much as the rest of them during this video, but I think they were doing the most work. Especially Akane, she was visible, I think, a few more times to me than Misa was, and the sound in the background, the drums constantly doing more than she had to. But I think that's something that we can say for almost every member of this band. They're doing more than they have to make a song that's really good. And they're making a song even better than that by putting in this extra work. And when you come back and you notice it, the little flourishes, the little touches. I also felt like Psyche's voice was just a little rough in this one, which is a good thing. I think maybe they placed this song late enough in the set that her voice was already just a little ragged, a little worn from singing all the other songs. Especially on some of the low notes, I noticed there was just a little bit of gravel in there. Not the kind that some singers try to emulate and it sounds really bad, or the other singers have naturally that sounds really good. And of course, some of them are known for that, but this was the kind that comes from like, you've worked it out a little bit and it's just, it's running a little rough right now, but that's perfect for this song. And despite some of the shots being, a little out of focus and the cuts being pretty frenetic, I thought the videographers, whoever was in charge of getting this video did a pretty good job with what they, with what they were given. The light was really low in some of those shots. And as a former professional photographer, I can tell you that low light is bad light when it comes to photography most of the time, especially when the lights are moving and changing and you never know what you're going to get. I assume video is very similar. It's really hard for the autofocus or even manual focus to work when the light is really low, but I thought they did a pretty good job. There were a couple of really long range shots where they got right up on Konami's guitar showing the tapping, and that was crystal clear. Amazing shots there. I'm pretty sure the shots of Akane on the drums, there's a camera mounted right there someplace nearby. At least in some of their lives, I've seen, the camera mounted on the drum set itself, so it's gonna get her pretty clear right there. But yeah, I think they did a great job. This was looks like an amazing show to have been at. And for now, I'm gonna keep this song at the top of that list. Yeah, only time will tell whether a later song will come along and bump it off. Thank you for spending your time with me here watching this video. Coming up next, I have Turn Me On, Carry On Living, we already did Daydreaming. Then there's Anemone and Alive or Dead. So that's 4 songs that, as far as I know, do not have videos. And then Dice, which does have a video, both live and official music video. And then Honey, which we've already done. So of the remaining songs on the album, I've already done 2 of them. And Dice, I think I'll put by itself. So probably my next video will have those other 4 in here and it'll be audio only. I'm looking forward to it. And I'll see you next time.